What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like the video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what y'all have to say about these topics. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of my boy Bud Crawford, man, standing on business once again. As he has totally turned down an opportunity to fight one Conor McGregor in what would be a crossover fight of boxing and MMA. Now, we've seen a rendition of this happen with a number of guys, actually, but with Conor McGregor specifically, he and Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a crossover battle back in 2017. And although it was a lucrative event for everybody, I think that we all can agree that that was far from a traditional or a classic boxing match. It seemed more like a money grab to me, which kind of segues me into this next point of, I feel like Bud Crawford is everything Floyd Mayweather wanted to portray. You know, everything Floyd tries to portray, that's what that's what Terence Bud Crawford is. Because Bud, man, you know what I mean? The more I learn about this brother, the more I listen to him speak and all that stuff, my respect for him grows more and more. And I'll sit here and be the first one to tell y'all, prior to the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight, I had my concerns. I had my worries, because Bud kind of seemed like he really wasn't taking things serious. But what revealed itself to me is that he knew all along, unlike a lot of us, especially us boxing fans, he knew all along that he could dismantle Spence. I feel like him and Bomac has said this, he's even confessed it, is that him and Bomac had the blueprint on Spence years ago. You know what I mean? And it was just a matter of time. And seeing how that fight unwound, they told the truth, man. They told the truth. Because in that fight, I've seen Errol Spence dominate every fight he's ever been in, at least be competitive. But everything that Spence likes to do, all his strengths were nullified instantly in that match with Bud Crawford. So, kudos to Bud, man. Kudos. I used to think that he was playing, but Bud just moves like a very wise man. And he's very calculating. He's very thoughtful, a very intelligent guy. And like I said, the more I listen to Bud speak, the more respect I get for him. And he really comes off to me as everything Floyd Mayweather Jr. wants to be or wanted to be. As Bud is good on money, he's good on legacy. And that's why he turned down. Well, I ain't gonna say that's why. That's partially the reason why he turned down this opportunity to fight Conor McGregor. But he mainly turned it down because he, in his own words, said on a live stream with Bernie the Boxer, he said that, he don't want to get in the ring with no MMA fighter and be taking knees and elbows and all that kind of stuff at 36, 37 especially. But he's just not interested in that, And Conor McGregor even complimented Bud for this, because Conor McGregor came out and said that he respects Bud for his decision, but he understands that, Bud would not be he understands why Bud wouldn't be interested in a 2-fight deal. It would have been a 2-fight deal. Bud also revealed that there was talks with Conor McGregor and his team, but he didn't reveal the timeline of when these talks happened or any, real details. But he did say they did have these talks. It would have been a 2-fight deal. One with Conor McGregor and Bud fighting in a boxing ring, and the other fighting in the octagon of some MMA. But Bud, entertained the idea, but ultimately turned it down for multiple reasons. He's focused on getting that unifying the belts with Sebastian Fundora, as he has the opportunity to capture 3 of the 4 belts in the super welterweight division, which is the 154-pound division. He's talked about going after Canelo, but I think the momentum on that has kind of died down, considering that Canelo is in full cherry pick mode, with his career, respectfully. And so I think Bud and Bud also said he's good on the money, which I know for sure because I hear Bud talk all the time. Bud don't do all of that buying jewelry and all that silly stuff. He got real estate, assets and all that kind of stuff, which I've learned. You know what I mean? I done fell back on some of my spending habits and my lifestyle because Bud lives a boxer's lifestyle, and I like to say I live a sports journalist lifestyle. Kind of being a little bit more frugal and responsible, but just more another thing for me to admire this young man about. I say young man, but Bud's a year older than me, so just something else that I admire Bud about because of how he carries himself. A consummate professional. You never see Bud Crawford in the news for no crazy stuff. And again, if I can make this point, I feel like Bud is everything Floyd Mayweather tries to portray. Floyd Mayweather out here doing exhibitions right now for money. I don't think we'll ever see Bud doing that. I feel like Bud has again calculated. He set his game plan up and he's just working it. But totally turned down this fight with Conor McGregor. I heard about it some time ago, but I didn't think Bud would entertain it for real. But credit to him, he revealed that there was some serious talks. He did think about it, but ultimately turned it down because he didn't want to do the MMA thing, which respectfully I wouldn't have either. You know what I mean? And I know, thinking back at that 2017 fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, I know Floyd said the same thing. You know what I mean? He was like, I offer you more money to fight in the boxing ring only, because getting in that MMA ring is a totally different beast. But ultimately, and I think that fight would have been entertaining? I think the boxing fight would have been entertaining, but Bud would have pieced them up, and on the other end, the MMA fight, I'm not very much so into MMA, respectfully. I respect the sport. I know a lot of brothers that cover the sport, but it's just never been my cup of tea. But Bud is a dangerous man. He's very adept to wrestling. I know he has a background in wrestling, and multiple different combat arts. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Would he be interested to doing that on a professional level? Again, there were talks, so I would imagine that he at least gave it some thought. He at least had confidence in his skills to have a serious discussion about it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Conor McGregor said that they would have made, quote, a crap ton of money. And to that, Bud responded to him like, I don't need money. I'm good on money. And Bud is solely focused on his legacy, which is why he's been, in full pursuit of a Canelo Alvarez fight, which I understand. I don't knock Bud. I think that defeating Errol Spence put things in perspective as to where Bud is in his career, and as to what he wants to do next. I mean, Spence was his last real test before he got into this mode of kind of being a prize fighter, super prize fighter, I should say. Always been a prize fighter, but now, Bud is in full control of his destiny, much like a Canelo Alvarez is, or Tank Davis is, or Floyd Mayweather was. So, kudos to him again, man. I wouldn't have did no MMA either. Maybe I couldn't. I can't right now to this day. My background is in boxing, so I would box somebody all day. But man, you come at me with one of them kicks. All right. I'm gonna have to call the homies and we jumping you, bro. Professional match or not, I ain't going for no kick to the head. But respect the Bud, even respect to Conor McGregor. I don't have anything personal against the young Irishman. I do think that he might be a little low on money because he hasn't fought since 2021. I remember Conor McGregor taking a loss, but he had broken his leg as well in that match too. So haven't heard much about him since then, outside of him just being in the media saying stuff. I know he had some kind of event where he was picking his team and against another guy, and they had some kind of competition in that way. But Conor McGregor been low key, kind of out the way. Kudos to him, and even kudos to his hustle trying to seal this fight. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like the video, share the video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I'm always intrigued to know what y'all got to say about these topics. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.